Confidence. Confidence is a big thing when it comes to our profession as beauty therapists. It is something that I have struggled with and I'm still struggling with. Even after 5 years, I'm still not 100% confident. But I'm going to share tips that have personally helped me gain confidence. I'm definitely a lot more confident than I used to be. I asked on Instagram what you're not confident in as a beauty therapist. It's going to be anonymous. I've literally just taken your answers and put them into different areas of what people aren't confident in. Thank you for those of you who did share, because I know it is quite a sensitive subject. I find that there are two main areas that we're not confident in, and that's either treatments, so certain treatments that we're not really confident in doing, or customers. So sometimes we might find customers a little bit intimidating and it can mess about with our confidence as well. So let me begin with treatments first. It is completely normal, I just want to say first of all, it is completely normal if you're not 100% confident in every single treatment that you're trained in. There is a lot that we need to learn and we can't be perfect in every single treatment. It's impossible. You're gonna be better in some than others. I find that nails, learning how to paint nails is the hardest thing. I've worked in so many different salons and the majority of beauty therapists don't enjoy doing nails because they feel like they're not good at it, they're not confident in doing it. Painting nails requires a lot of skill. You need a very steady hand. You need to get close to the skin but don't touch the skin, but you don't want to leave too much of a big gap. You need to know how much polish needs to be on your brush, because if you put too much it might flood the cuticle area or the side walls. There's a lot that's going on when it comes to painting a nail. So my tip to gain confidence in painting nails is to practice. Practice will make perfect. Practice is what? Practice makes perfect. Even if you don't have a model, like I just used to practice on myself. I used to paint my nails, take it off, paint my nails again, take it off. I used to do that about 10 times a day. I promise you, if you do that 10 times a day, you will see an improvement in how you're painting nails. Another thing that will help, now because this is basically, you are painting, this is like art. If you find that your hand's not steady, just start with the basics, drawing, painting in a sketchbook, get a colouring book, an adult colouring book, and just, you know, just to get your hand used to this movement here. The second treatment that beauty therapists lack confidence in is waxing, and again it's just because it takes a lot of practice, and I find that even though waxing is easier to do than nails, it's harder to find people to practice on just because you're more likely to get models for nails than for waxing. Some people are so happy that you want to practice waxing on them because they want their hair removed, but others can be a little bit cautious because you're still a beginner and they feel like you're gonna do something wrong or hurt them or something, and others just don't want to wax at all just because it's painful. Again, if you can practice on yourself, because the main thing that people, when I've watched people first learn how to wax, it's even the way they hold the spatula is awkward. It's just getting used to holding that spatula, getting used to controlling that wax. Another thing that will help with waxing is if you work in a salon where their most popular treatment is waxing, or whatever treatment you're not confident in, if you work in a salon where that is their most popular treatment, you will improve your skill in that treatment so much. So for example, when I first learned how to do intimate waxing, I wasn't confident at all. And every time I would see a bikini wax in my column, I would get so nervous. I worked in another salon where waxing was so popular. Hollywoods and Brazilians all day long. I would do about 10 a day. It took me about 3 months for me to be comfortable doing the treatment. And then it took about a year to be confident in it. 3 months is still a long time, considering I did that treatment 10 times a day, 5 days a week for 3 months, and then I finally became comfortable in doing it. Still a long time. And a year, 1 whole year to be 100% confident in doing bikini waxes is, again, it's a long time. So if you are a beginner, just be patient, just practice, enjoy the process of you gaining confidence, just enjoy the process of you developing as a beauty therapist and improving. One of my friends on my beauty course I watched her grow. Like, she was a proper beginner in all of this. I saw her from the first time she even held a spatula with wax on to now. She went from taking an hour to do a bikini wax to doing it in 5 minutes. It's possible. Like, if you put your mind to it, you can gain confidence in doing waxing. And the reason is because she's practiced a lot. She also worked in a salon that only did waxing. It was a waxing salon. So she did waxing all day, every day, and she just improved and improved and improved. Just thought I would tell you that story for inspiration. She inspires me. She inspires me. Some of you have said that eyebrow threading is your weakness. I am not trained in threading. I don't have a lot of tips to give you when it comes to threading because I'm not trained. My mum knows how to thread eyebrows, and she tried to show me once, and her tips were to practice on my leg, to practice on the tache before I come to the eyebrows, just to get used to the actual technique first before, rather than shaping first. So that's the tip I can give you. If it's eyebrows in general, so when I was newly qualified, I wasn't confident in eyebrow waxing. It was just practice, and I did it bit by bit. Like, I see videos where they put the wax from the beginning of the brow all the way to the tail. I personally don't do that. I do 3 separate areas. So I do the front of the brow first, and then I do the arch, and then I do the tail, and then I do the top in 2 areas. Not everybody likes getting the tops done, so check before you do it. So you can always take more off, but you can't put it back. That's my tip to you. Just do it bit by bit. And then some of you said facial massage routine. Massage routine, my biggest tip is to practice. So I used to practice my facial massage movements on my boyfriend, and that helped a lot because I asked him, with every massage routine I did, I asked him which movement he liked the most. There are certain movements that I really love. I've felt it when I've gone to spas myself, or when I've had like facials done myself. And they're the movements that I do more because I know it feels good. My final overall tip with treatments, even though I said practice, another thing that helped me a lot is YouTube tutorials. The second area where we're not confident in is customers, and this could be so many different things to do with customers. So the first thing could be you having a conversation with a client. You might not be a very talkative person, or you might be quite shy. I first want to say that silence is okay. I feel like a lot of people think that silence is a bad thing and that it's awkward, but it's not. That customer might just want to be coming to the salon as an escape. They might not want us to talk. Every customer is different. I had this one customer who came in for a wax, and I just got on with my job, just did my wax, and then at the end she said that was the most peaceful wax she has ever had. But I will tell you that the majority of customers will prefer you showing interest and having a chat. I'm going to share a few questions that I ask my clients, which helps a conversation flow. It's just like getting to know anybody. Imagine you go to a party and you're asking questions and trying to get to know someone. It's the same as that. So one question, for example, that I ask is, are you getting this done for a special occasion, or is it just a treat? If they say yes, it's for a special occasion, they will automatically expand anyway. If they don't, you can ask, oh, so it's for a wedding. Oh, is it friend or family? Is it going to be a big wedding? Is it in London? You know, are you excited? What are you going to wear? Just show interest. If they say, no, I'm just treating myself, then you can go a whole different direction and talk about other treatments that you provide in the salon. Have you had any other treatments done here? You know, the facials are really good. You know, this Environ facial is my favorite. I really recommend their moisturizers. Tell them about the brand. This way you can sell. You can make more commission for yourself just by having a conversation with somebody. Even though some people have said, oh, I'm really intimidated by customers, but it's the same for the, you know, some customers find us intimidating. They might not know that they need a pedicure or a facial or whatever. They're afraid to ask for your advice. They feel a bit intimidated. They don't know if they can ask for your help. So you can offer it to them. For example, I had a customer who said she was experiencing blocked ears. I told her that we do ear candling. She's never even heard of it. So just by me asking about how her day is, found out that she's experiencing ear blockage and told her she can try ear candling. Yeah, so going back onto how to have a conversation. It's just like normal questions. Do you have any plans for the weekend? Do you have any holidays planned? What do you do for a living? Do you enjoy it? Have you always wanted to be a teacher? It's nice having a conversation. It's just like talking to a friend. Next one is dealing with criticism. So you're not confident in dealing with criticism. Me too. I find that the thing that helps me deal with it is see it as a way to improve and develop yourself. So if a client has said, I don't like the way you do this, that's something that you can improve. And when you do improve it, you're not going to get that complaint ever again. Nobody's going to complain about it again, because it's just like constructive feedback. And another thing that helps is you're going to get more people who like your work than people who don't like your work. Just focus your energy and just keep remembering all the nice things that people have said about your work. This kind of falls onto the same topic. Rude clients who say, I don't want you to do my treatments. This is very normal, it happens. Don't lose confidence in your skill. It's very normal for customers to prefer other therapists over you. And there are going to be customers who prefer you over others. So just remember that. And the way I think of it that helps with my confidence is, how should I put this? I would rather do treatments on nice customers. So if a rude customer says, I don't want you to do my treatments, you're rubbish, I'm relieved because I'm happy that you're not going to come to me anymore. I would rather have my column filled with nice customers rather than people like her or him or whoever it is. So just think of it that way. The next thing that you guys aren't confident in is getting new customers. I personally am not confident in this either. I'm not good at advertising and marketing, and I don't have like a business mindset or anything like that. For me personally, with my mobile business, for example, I leave it to word of mouth, and it works well for me. Advertising on Instagram, doing special offers. Like if you do a special offer every month, or you can do a special offer that lasts all the time, like buy 5 manicures, get 1 free. Buy 4, get 2 free. That might attract more attention because they're getting 2 free treatments if they pay for 4. 20% off waxing treatments this month. That works really well in the summer if you do summer offers. Yeah, special offers will help you get new customers. A lot of people like to see your work, so definitely take pictures of manicures before and after eyebrow waxes, for example. A lot of people want to see your work. One of you wrote, meeting new clients. That's part of your job. You're gonna meet loads and loads of new customers. Always introduce yourself. It helps when you introduce yourself. Again, have a nice conversation with your customer so that they can get to know you and you can get to know them, and that's how it all really begins and that bond starts. This one really makes me sad. One of you wrote, not good enough to work in a salon. I'm guessing you're either newly qualified or you're still studying. If you are a beginner, it's normal to feel like you're not good enough. You're still learning. Don't be too hard on yourself. Just enjoy the process of you becoming a beginner and to becoming a senior. Another thing I want to say, I've worked in 6 or 7 different salons. Some of these salons I was known as the best beauty therapist. In other salons I was like average or the shittest beauty therapist there. It really depends on who your team is. Okay, you're going to work with beauty therapists who are better than you or shitter than you. It's going to happen. In one spa, I was known as the waxing queen. I was known as the eyebrow waxing queen. And then I go to another salon where all the other girls are so much better at eyebrow waxing than me. I'm not that person anymore. I'm not the waxing queen anymore. I'm just the new girl who's just average and slow at waxing. Yeah, it really depends on where you work, so keep that in mind. Whew, my throat is dry. I've been talking for so long. Right, before I end the video, I just want to say one thing. Stop being too hard on yourself. Don't let customers, colleagues, people, anybody knock your confidence down, okay? You're still learning. I've been doing this for 5 years and I'm still not 100% confident, okay? It's normal. When it comes to the beauty industry, when it comes to, like, even if you're a hairdresser or anything that's practical, it takes a minimum of 5 years for you to be good at your job. That's just how it is. Another thing I want to say, if you aren't confident in anything, talk to your manager, talk to your colleagues, get them to help you improve and develop yourself. If you've got any questions, you can comment them down below. If you feel like you want another video like this with different scenarios, let me know down below. Like the video, subscribe if you want, and I'll see you next time. Bye.